Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. Going to do a video here today highlighting the Chevy medium duty product. I've had a lot of requests for some interior shots and some video of the engine compartment, and luckily I have three of these chassis here. Obviously you see two of them there. These are both black, they're both four-wheel drive. The one with the hood and the doors open is a 4500 60 CA. The completed unit there with our body on it is actually an 84 CA 4x4 5500, and I'm just going to do a quick walk around of it. It's the first 84 that we've completed. Just going to go around the outside, kind of show you the finished product versus the bare chassis when we get it. It's got our step skirts there with the lights painted to match, stainless steel front accent trim, standard stainless on the bottom, standard black door handles, upgrade polished aluminum fender flares, the stainless accent painted bumper to match is an upgraded option. The recessed tail light, or the recessed license plate bracket, is an upgraded option as well. Standard tail lights, standard reverse lights. We're doing something a little bit different on these GM chassis cabs. We're going to go ahead and notch our light pylon and then mount the camera on this filler piece that's behind the cab. It gives a good view of the fifth wheel there, and then we can retain the third brake light with the additional cargo lights from the factory there. It's a little bit different. Normally we mount a high mount center brake light, and our light pylon covers up the factory third brake light. We can look at the interior on this, then we can go over the 4500. This is the same cab as the 15 to 19 pickup. This is Chevrolet or the GMC pickup cab. It's identical. Everything about this cab, as far as I know, is the same. I mean, I'm sure there's some small changes, but the dimensionally wise, the doors, the door panels, the seats and everything are the same. So there should be a lot of aftermarket options out there. And we'll go look at a white two-wheel drive that we have in the back that'll show what Steichmann Chevrolet in Paulding, Ohio, before they send us the chassis, they go ahead and put the cat skin leather seat covers, or the new seat coverings in there, and take the cloth off. So this is just a cloth seat. This is as high end as these get. It's just a cloth seat. There's no leather available. And then again, this rubber floor, vinyl floor, that's as high end as they get. They also put carpet in theirs with the GM WeatherTech floor mats. So if you've ever seen a 15 to 19 truck, I mean, it's the same interior, same controls. The camera setup works the same way. When you put this truck in reverse, the camera comes on.
This vehicle is in demonstration mode.
So you can see the fifth wheel there from the camera. You put it back in driver park, that goes off. Pretty basic interior really in these. I mean, that's probably fine for a lot of people using them as truly as work trucks. Most of the customers that we have, they're looking more like at the Dodge Limited, where they can get leather and all the hydrographics on the interior and the carpet, and they want a higher end interior. We can look at this 60 CA now. So there's the bare chassis. That's a 60 CA. So that's as close to a factory pickup length that you can get. So this truck is really similar to a normal crew cab dually 1-ton pickup that comes with a pickup bed. It's very close wheelbase and size. Even though it looks monstrous, it's mainly just because of the doghouse and the driveline, the way the chassis is set up. It's really not that much bigger. I will tell you that even the two-wheel drives, but especially these four-wheel drives, they ride terrible. I've talked in another video, hopefully here in about 6 weeks or so, I should have a video out highlighting Kelderman's rear air suspension and front air suspension on these. They're producing that now. I've got some pictures with the rear all mocked up. Again, this is the same interior that the 84 CA has. Same cloth seats, same identical interior, same steering wheel. I mean, this is what GM's calling loaded up. That's as good as it gets. Rubber floor. Take a quick shot of the engine compartment here. I'm not really sure compared to the L5P Duramaxes and that what all is really different in here, how it compares to the pickups. I'm not up on that for sure, but you get a nice shot of how the doghouse, the hood flips forward on this doghouse. You can get in here, you can get in between the tire here and stand in here and work on stuff if you need to. I've never really been a fan of this steering setup. This reminds me of the old square body Chevys with the pitman arm and this oddly shaped steering setup that they have instead of having like crossover steering. I'm sure they do that to try to keep the ride height as low as possible. These leaf springs, if that gives you an idea, it's kind of old school technology with them being flat or almost arched the other way, a negative arch spring. They ride terrible. Big air cleaner, coolant. I do like the GM puts the def in this front fender to fill there. That makes it really easy putting our body on there. Let's go look at the white 60CA two-wheel drive that Steichmann sent us. We've got a bunch of trucks in progress right now. We got some Freightliners back here. We got a four-wheel drive Freightliner we're working on. But for people who are wanting to see the interior now, you're gonna like this. This is much different than the two trucks we just looked at. Here's the WeatherTech Chevy floor mats that they put in there. These are really nice. And then under those, you can see that there's carpet in the cab. And that's, you know, available because this cab has been produced from 15 to 19 again. So all that's GM factory carpet. This is the leather seating, the cat skin leather seating. So this is definitely an upgrade over the factory cloth seats. And this is a two-wheel drive 5500 like the 84, but it's a 60CA, and this actually has the factory air ride on the back. The air is down right now because we're working on this one, but you can see what that setup looks like. Kind of a control arm setup. Got a panhard bar, track bar, whatever you're used to calling it there. And another thing to consider with these trucks is you want to make sure, if you're looking to have our body put on there, this dimension from the center line of the rear axle to the end of the frame horns needs to be 49 inches roughly. They have a 49-inch option and they have a 63-inch option. The 63 is too long. This truck actually started life as an 84 CA, and it actually had a rear tank back here, and the Steichmann, they deleted that and had it shortened to a 60 CA, and then we cut off the roughly 14 inches or so off the back of the frame there to make our body work with that. You can see how that aft measurement, even on the Freightliner, even though it's an 84 CA, all that length happens on the front side with the double doors. So that dimension's 84. It's an 84 CA, 84 inches cab to axle back here. And again, this is 49 inches then back to here. That 49 inches is also critical. We can go around here and look on the driver's side. Leather seats in there, center console, it's all the same, steering wheel, same, it's as loaded up as it gets as the other two trucks. Another thing to note, I was going to show you in the forward drive, I forgot, but you can get factory air. So you can get a engine-driven air compressor on these. and a storage tank, even if you don't get the factory air ride. The factory air ride is only available on the 2-wheel drive units in an 84 CA. They're not available on the 60 CA even, just on the 2-wheel drive 84. But from what I understand, you can get a factory air compressor and the storage tank, which is really handy. Even if you do go with the Kellerman setup, you just have that much more air capability if you're looking to change a tire on the side of the road or use tools. You know, maybe you got a race setup or something going to the track and you need that air to run tools. It's just really handy. So hopefully this gives you guys a better view of what the interior on these trucks look like. A quick shot there of what the engine compartment and stuff looks like, and I just wanted to make sure I highlighted that 84 CA. We'll go back over here to that 4-wheel drive 84 CA. It's a tough looking truck. It turned out really nice. I don't know if you've seen kind of this factory setup for the steps. That's the other thing I wanted to show you guys is this is kind of funny how GM does this, but if you look really close there, I'm trying to hold the camera as flat as possible, but there's literally an elevation difference in the front step and the rear step. And we correct all that with our steps, with the brackets, and clean all that up so that it sits nice and level, gives you a nice platform to step in there. We put a protectant paint film. It's on this truck here. So even though this is all painted, if you look really close, you can see where this protectant paint film sits. And then we have a protectant paint film here on this front edge. So if you're stepping into the truck here with your foot, you're not beating up the paint. That paint film is going to keep it from getting scratched. I think this truck turned out awesome. I love these 4-wheel drives. I can't wait to get you guys a video of the air ride on them. Guarantee they're gonna ride amazing. I've had a lot of people ask for the air ride for these, so it's coming. We're working on it. Stay tuned. Check back on the page. Appreciate all the follows and the messages, and just, yeah, feel free to post up. Let me know what you'd like to know more about or what you'd like to see. Take care.